Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is Monday, September 7th. Happy Labor Day, America. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Temperatures in the low 70s. Heat index relatively low as well. Has the temperature in the mid to upper 70s. Not sure what the humidity is, but it feels pretty darn nice out here. So I was out here about 2 weeks ago to inspect hive number 2. Same thing with the rest of the hives. They were looking just fine. And in fact, I was very pleased with the amount of progress they made in the top box, drawing out all the frames. It took them, excuse me, it took them about 6 weeks, I believe, and a few gallons of 1-to-1 sugar water to completely draw out all 10 frames and for the queen to start laying eggs in them or expanding the brood chamber. However, we will not see that today, or shouldn't. It's been 2 weeks though. Shouldn't see that today really, because last time I moved a few frames to other top boxes in an effort to get those colonies, those bees, to draw out or to come up into the top box, entice them with the scent of wax and stored nectar, sugar water, some brood, so they could start drawing out the rest of their frames. So I would be very surprised and pleased if number 2's top box is completely drawn out, because I think I did almost a 50-50 split. I moved 5 out of the 10 frames to other hives and left them with 5 drawn frames, and I believe I checkerboarded them as well. So with all that being said, we'll see what they're up to, really, and that's why I'm out here. And take a quick look into the brood chamber just to see how the colony is doing, and then that will be it for 2020. This is going to be my last time looking at the bees this year, but that's not a bad sign to have a decent amount of bees in the top box. And I do believe all the queens are marked, so if she were in the top box or the top of the inner cover, should be able to find her pretty easily. Let's remove some casualties there. Yeah. So definitely so far a good sign. Nice amount of bees. And I see some funky comb being built over here. I don't know if you can see that. There as well. Beggars can't be choosers, so we'll just see how things look. And then, being the first week of September, we usually get a cold front in a month or so. That'll give them enough time of not being disturbed by me to completely seal up the hives, which is also what you want. It looks funky from the side, but it's just because they're building it in waves, kinda. So they give them about a solid month to seal the hive. Any cracks that they know of, they'll seal with propolis and everything. And those are calm bees. That's what you want to see, because they are busy doing their job. Yeah, they're actually making some pretty good progress from a week ago. This hive started out pretty slow going into the spring. I actually reduced them down to a single deep. They didn't produce any honey for me this year. And then of course, after the nectar flow, when I start feeding them so they can do this very thing here, draw out or draw wax on new foundation, of course that is when they want to go into overdrive. And this is what I mean. I think this is one of the original frames I left in here. I did not move to another colony to help them out, and this thing has some weight to it. It's the first drone I've seen in a while, and this is why I say it has weight to it. Hopefully you can see all that shiny substance. Most likely that's stored sugar water, but still, I mean, they were capping that into honey and, well, a food source, not really honey. It's hard to see. I don't see any eggs around that capped brood. They did have more brood, but again, I moved some frames to other hives, hoping that would entice their bees and their queen to move up into the top box. There might be some brood on this one, I'm not sure. That's why we're gonna look. Yeah, that is just, that's what they're doing. Oh yeah. That's nice. What is that, frame 7? Is it frame 7? Quick look. That's some nice brood. And this hive definitely looks like it has a very, very big population, judging by how much they beard in the evening. So unlike in the past inspections, I'm gonna leave that frame alone. And in fact, they tend to draw out, well, I was gonna say they tend to draw out the frames that are more so over. I'm just gonna leave them alone. I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna move one of the newer frames over the feeder, because I've noticed they draw those frames out fast, which kind of makes sense because it's the least amount of travel they have to do. But honestly, I'm not gonna try and disturb them too much this late in the season. Okay, let's get into the actual bottom box. I was gonna say the brood chamber, but as you can see, they have brood in the top box now, which is fantastic. And yeah, like usual, they definitely need some sugar water because they use every single bit of it. And I believe last inspection we had brood on every single frame. I mean, that is beautiful right there. This is the side of the frame that faces west, but check that out. Hopefully you can see some eggs. Yeah, I guess it's a combination between the bees and the queen. I've just really been doing a fantastic job. I might not go through too many frames, judging by how they start to sound, meaning very, very irritated. But yeah, I mean, this colony is definitely, oh man, this colony is definitely in full winter prep mode. So that's frame number 3. Let's take a look at one more. Nope, not. Alright, let me put that frame back. What frame is that? I think the second one. Alrighty, let's get them boxed up. And there you have it. There's a relatively quick look at hive number 2 and the force of that colony. As you can see, maybe you can't, but maybe you can see down there, they are a little agitated, which is why that became a pretty quick inspection. Usually I'll go through a few more frames, but judging by the brood and seeing the eggs in the top box, they're still queen white. That's the only assumption I can make right now, because I am not about to go through every single frame if they are being that aggressive this time of year, which does make sense. I've experienced it before, and for whatever reason in years in the past I wanted to go through every single frame, but I guess I am learning, because I decided it is just not worth it to go through every frame when a colony becomes that agitated with you after pulling 1 or 2 frames. If you look at videos from about a year ago or so, you'll see what I'm talking about. If you look up the hashtag mean bees or whatever and look for one of our videos, my entire veil face covering, like right here, is just covered with bees, and they are just working that part right there, which is the one point of failure on the jacket and the veil for bees to get in, because it's happened before. Alright, so that does it for September 7th. Hive number 2, still looking pretty good in the top box. The queens expanded the brood chamber. I don't remember if that's the original frame or one of the newer frames. Either way, it doesn't matter. But yeah, they're still doing a good thing, and I will come out later today or tomorrow, smoke them, and then just use some duct tape to seal up that crack, because it'll save them time from having to build up that much propolis, and it should help them out come winter time. Just one less point of entry for the internal heat to escape or the external cold to get into the hive, which is one of the several things that can kill a hive over the winter. So anyway, that does it for today, September 7th. Happy Labor Day, America. Thanks for checking out the channel, everybody. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you hit the bell, you'll receive notifications of future videos. Let's take a look at the front real quick. Yeah, they're definitely busy. It's a busy colony for sure. Alright, well, we'll see how they're doing come the spring. That's it for 2020, everybody. Thanks for watching.